Hello, everyone. In our relentless pursuit of success, we often find ourselves bombarded with grandiose ideas and complex strategies. But what if I told you that the true path to meaningful change lies in the mundane, in the seemingly insignificant actions we repeat day after day? You see, true success is not about monumental leaps, but rather the aggregation of marginal gains. It's about the small atomic habits that, when compounded over time, lead to extraordinary results. In his groundbreaking book, Atomic Habits, James Clear offers a compelling framework for understanding and harnessing the power of these incremental improvements. He argues, and quite convincingly, I might add, that by focusing on optimizing our systems for behavior change rather than solely fixating on lofty goals, we unlock a world of possibilities. It's about shifting our identity from someone who wishes to change to someone who embodies the change they seek. It's about becoming, in essence, an architect of our own transformation. Now, at the heart of Clear's work lies a simple yet profound principle, the 1% rule. It posits that if we can improve just 1% each day, whether it's our productivity, our skills, or even our relationships, the cumulative effect over time is nothing short of remarkable. Imagine, for instance, a small change in your daily routine. Reading for just 15 minutes before bed. Unremarkable as it may seem, this simple act, compounded over a year, equates to reading roughly 9 books. 9 books you otherwise wouldn't have encountered. 9 opportunities for growth, for learning, for expanding your horizons. And that, my friends, is the power of the 1% principle in action. Think of it like compound interest. Just as money multiplies over time, so too do our habits. The small investments we make in ourselves today, however insignificant they may appear in the moment, have the potential to yield exponential returns in the future. This concept, however, extends far beyond the realm of personal productivity. It applies to any endeavor where consistent incremental progress is key, from mastering a musical instrument to building a successful business. The key takeaway here is this: don't underestimate the power of small changes. For it is in the accumulation of these seemingly insignificant actions that true greatness is often realized. Now, let's delve into one of the most practical and effective strategies outlined in Atomic Habits habit stacking. This ingenious technique leverages the power of existing routines to cultivate new, desirable habits. It's about recognizing that our brains are wired to follow patterns, to seek out familiar cues that trigger specific actions. And by strategically inserting a new habit into an existing routine, we essentially hijack this neurological wiring to our advantage. Let's say, for example, you're trying to incorporate a daily meditation practice into your life. Instead of treating it as a separate, daunting task, you might try stacking it onto an existing habit, like brushing your teeth. After you brush your teeth each morning, you meditate for just 5 minutes. By linking these two actions together, you create a mental association, a trigger that prompts the new habit to take root. Over time, the act of brushing your teeth becomes inextricably linked to meditation, making it far more likely that you'll stick with the practice. The beauty of habit stacking lies in its simplicity and versatility. It can be applied to virtually any habit you're trying to build, from exercising regularly to reading more books. The key is to identify an existing routine that feels effortless, something you do without even thinking, and then attach your desired habit to it like a new link in a chain. Now let's consider the profound yet often overlooked influence of our environment on our habits. We often underestimate the power of our surroundings, the subtle cues and triggers that shape our behavior without us even realizing it. Think about it. Have you ever walked into your kitchen, spotted a plate of cookies on the counter, and found yourself reaching for one, even though you weren't actually hungry? That, my friends, is the power of environmental design at play. See, our environments are filled with these subtle invitations and, let's say, temptations that influence our choices, often unconsciously. Clear refers to these as visual cues. These cues act as silent prompts, nudging us towards specific actions. A cluttered workspace might invite procrastination, while a well-lit, organized desk might inspire focus and productivity. The key takeaway here is this: we are not merely products of our willpower, but also creatures of our environment. By becoming aware of the subtle ways in which our surroundings shape our behavior, we can begin to take conscious control. We can optimize our environments to support our desired habits, making it easier to make good choices and harder to succumb to temptation. Now, one of the most common barriers to habit formation is the sheer inertia of getting started. We often psych ourselves out before we even begin, overwhelmed by the perceived enormity of the task at hand. That's where Clear's ingenious 2-minute rule comes into play. This deceptively simple strategy is designed to overcome procrastination and make starting any new habit ridiculously easy. The premise is this: if a task can be done in 2 minutes or less, do it now. Instead of pressuring yourself to go for a full 30-minute run, commit to simply putting on your running shoes. Instead of attempting to write an entire chapter of your book, focus on writing just one paragraph. The brilliance of this rule lies in its ability to lower the bar for action, to make getting started feel so easy that it's almost impossible to say no. And here's the thing: more often than not, once you've overcome that initial resistance, you'll find yourself naturally continuing the task at hand. That 2-minute action serves as a gateway, a momentum builder that propels you forward. Remember, the hardest part is often simply getting started. The 2-minute rule helps you bypass that initial hurdle, allowing you to harness the power of momentum and make consistent progress, even when motivation is lacking. So let's recap some of the key takeaways from James Clear's Atomic Habits and how you can apply these principles to transform your own life. First and foremost, remember the power of small changes. Don't underestimate the impact of 1% improvements compounded over time. Focus on building systems for behavior change rather than solely fixating on distant goals. Second, leverage the art of habit stacking to build new routines that stick. Identify existing habits in your life and attach your desired behaviors to them, creating a chain of positive actions. Third, optimize your environment to support your goals. Remember, you are a product of your surroundings. Design your environment in a way that makes it easier to make good choices and harder to succumb to temptation. And finally, embrace the 2-minute rule to overcome procrastination and make starting any new habit ridiculously easy. Remember, the hardest part is often simply getting started. By breaking down daunting tasks into smaller, more manageable steps, you can build momentum and make consistent progress towards your goals. James Clear's Atomic Habits is a treasure trove of practical wisdom and actionable strategies for living a more productive, fulfilling life. I highly encourage you to delve into its pages and explore its depths further. If you found this overview helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more insights on personal growth and self-improvement. And don't forget to share this video with anyone who might benefit from the transformative power of Atomic Habits. Remember, small habits make a big difference.